The 2BoomerBabes radio hour is made possible by the generous support of Shore Health, University of Maryland Health System,
the Joint Center, exceptional care every day,
and AARP Maryland and Delaware. Learn more at aarp.org.
We're sassy and smart, bold and brave. Like fine wine, we get better with age. Don't call us honey. We're 2BoomerBabes. We're married, we're single, we're sexy and fun. We've lived a few years, but life's just begun. Don't call us honey. We're 2BoomerBabes. We're doctors and nurses and teachers, artists, assistants and preachers, moms and grandmas and sisters and daughters and pole dancers too.
This week, an inside look at Larry King Live, savvy dating advice from the professional pickups and the world of social gaming for boomers.
It's no surprise that social gaming has become a massive trend for those post-boomer Gen X and Gen Yers. But believe it or not, the Pew Research Center's Internet and American Life project revealed that social networking sites nearly doubled in usage among people ages 50 and older since last year. And 46% of social gamers are at least 50 years old and dominated by boomer women. Who would have thought?
One of the pros in this gaming business, eMarketer, believes that revenues in the U.S. social gaming industry will exceed $1 billion this year alone. Well, joining us is Michelle Kaplan, a social media expert and the co-founder of Winster.com, a social gaming community geared towards a socially minded baby boomer rather than the competitive one. Welcome, Michelle, to 2BoomerBabes.
Thank you so much.
Now, every time, we log onto Facebook, someone is playing Farmville, buying and selling, trading farm animals, sending flowers and treats. It's so ridiculous. But why has this passion for social gaming exploded in the past year?
Well, I think in general, it's such a fun and entertaining thing to do, and people get so much back out of it, being able to just communicate with friends and make new friends and that type of thing online. And I think especially for the boomers to get out there and reconnect with people, find new friends as they do on Winster and that type of thing. It's so much fun, and it gives you such a positive feeling when you're able to do that.
Well, since these are social games and one person is actually interacting with another, isn't it more likely that you really won't know that person, right?
Well, that is true on a lot of websites. You just get placed with someone who you don't know, so it's very random. But on sites like Winster, you can have a friends list and you can play with your friends. And one of the things that's different about our sites is most sites you just play against one other person in these types of games, or play with one other person, I should say. But at Winster, you pop into a room and there's 5 people in the room, so you're there with 4 others. And a lot of times people on our site are playing with 4 other people that they know. But you're right, they didn't know them before in most cases. They've met them on Winster and became friends with them, and then they can request to play with each other, and they can find out what times their friends are going to be online so they can kind of hook up with them.
And if you find someone sort of creepy, can you sort of blackball them from your list?
Yeah.
Just throw them out of the room?
Yeah, that's a good question, but it's kind of funny because at least on our site, people are really respectful, and if there's someone who is creepy, as you say, we will get a lot of complaints about that person, and we will close their account. So they can't hang around. A lot of sites probably wouldn't do that, some of these bigger websites, but because our community is such a group of nice people, we really make sure that anyone who isn't sort of abiding by the rules and the kind of mores of the way people play, they're out of there. So we try to keep no creeps. That's a good way to put it.
Now, Winster.com was your brainchild. Tell us what it's all about.
Well, the history of it is kind of interesting. I heard you mention solitaire. And the way it all came about was I was playing site called Double Solitaire, where you're matched with another person, and you share your decks of cards and things like that. And it's extremely fast and competitive, and you're clicking on your mouse. And my husband would complain that I ruined 3 mice, during the course of this from all my crazy clicking. And I said to him, I really enjoy playing it, but sometimes people are really mean, and you're playing with people who are super competitive, and they'll swear at you, and they'll tell you you're not playing right, and those kinds of things make it not as fun. And so my husband, who's the other co-founder of the company, made the observation that a lot of men like to play these competitive games, but a lot of women really like to do cooperative type things, like playing bridge or getting together to do certain activities or things like that. That are a little bit more cooperative and community oriented. So he and I together sort of thought, that's really interesting. That's really true. That's my problem with that game, is that I feel like it's too competitive, and I just want to have fun, and and you could chat, which was a double-edged sword on that site because people were yelling at you.
Or were they throwing you hints to answer, the question or fill in the name if it was Scrabble or?
They were hints, but they weren't exactly nice hints.
Oh, they were
embarrassing you in front of your new friends.
Or they're trying to throw you off track.
Yeah, exactly. So, so that's kind of where the history of Winster came about. So the games that we have on our website really foster people cooperating with each other, communicating with each other, and that's kind of, we were talking about making friends, that's kind of how they get to know each other, because they have to share pieces with each other back and forth. So, like if you're on a puzzle game and you're missing a certain piece, but another friend of yours has 2 of those, you can ask to trade pieces with them. And so that's kind of what gets people started in talking. Hey, I need that, kitten foot to complete my puzzle. Okay, sure. Can I have this? And so they start sort of a back and forth dialogue that way.
And then you can also reach out to relatives too that live far away, right? For example, we know somebody who's plays bridge with her mother that lives in Florida, and she lives in Maryland. Every night they have an arranged bridge game.
Exactly, and we have that on our website too, where family members will get together and say, hey, we're all going to get on at 7 o'clock and we're going to play, and that type of thing. So yeah, it's a nice family activity that makes you feel like you're back, sitting around the kitchen table playing Kings Around the Corner or something.
Well, you could have cocktail hour,
virtual.
That happens
virtual. I guess you can have real cocktails.
Yeah, sometimes we have a little be right back button if you need to take a short break, so that you don't lose your spot. And some people say, going to refill my glass of wine, or that type of thing. So definitely, it's people do have a little cocktail hour every now and then as well.
Now, Michelle, we understand that Winnie Winster is the company mascot and website host of Winster.com. Can you tell us about her? Isn't she really your alter ego?
She is my alter ego. That's right. Yeah, my husband sort of created her. Maybe it's his perfect wife. I don't know, but she's very wholesome and she does all the right things. So she's definitely my alter ego. But so she's the host of the site, and so if you come on our homepage, you'll see a picture of me. And Winnie is sort of recognizable because she wears this big red hat, and so the pictures on there are with me in a hat. And I do all the voiceover for all of the tutorials and things like that, and my face pops up for this, that, and the other thing. And then when we send out emails to our customers, it's always from Winnie, and I get on a play with people and things like that. So it's kind of fun to have an alter ego, and the players love it. They just think it's really cute. So it's a lot of fun.
Now, we understand that you actually have prizes that people can win. Tell us about some of these.
Yeah, we do. We have a wide variety of prizes. They vary over time, but we have things like Amazon gift certificates, See's Candy gift certificates, restaurant gift certificates, things like that. So when you start to play, every person picks a prize that they're going to play for, and you earn points as you play. And when you reach the certain number of points, then you get your prize. So, which is kind of nice. So again, people aren't competing, or it's not like a lottery type thing where one person's going to win. Everybody is going to win their prize. So
really,
any vacations to the Bahamas?
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, they're mostly smaller prizes that are easier to get to, instead of like the really, really big ones. And we actually thought about doing a bigger prize, but then we thought, well, then people are going to be really competing because they're going to be trying to get towards this one big prize. So to keep everybody cooperative and happy, we have the prizes a bit smaller. They're easier, to get to and to achieve. So it's nice, and people love that. There's nothing nicer than getting a gift certificate or something, and they're all emailed, so it's not mail or anything like that. It's all electronic, so it's very convenient as well.
Well, Michelle Kaplan, social media expert and founder of Winster.com, thanks so much for chatting with the babes. We got to run so we can log on and get playing.
Yeah, get on there.
I want to win some prizes.
Yeah, there you go.
You've been listening to 2 Boomer Babes. We'll be right back.